Good
Hello,
morning.
everyone.
Go ahead,
Hey,
Sandy.
everybody. Welcome to RiseUp Breathwork. My name is Sandy, and I'm coming at you live from my bed in the glorious state of Maine. And we are joined at the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers by the one and only Matt Thompson. Grand Rising, Matt.
Grand Rising to you. Good morning.
Good
How is it
morning. So we
today?
are most of the way through February, about a third of the way through February, coming off of the new moon energy. So, in theory, we're supposed to be starting to gain momentum and start to feel more energy. And I have to say, I'm still kind of waiting for that to happen. I got a little bulldozed this weekend, just traveling and hanging out with old friends and kind of not eating what I should and drinking what I should. So, I think I got a little bit set back. But alas, here we are back on the right path on the road to redemption with Matt. So, Matt, yeah, so what we're going to do today is what? What do you have planned for us?
Um, just kind of like getting in touch with our bodies when we think of transforming or healing or whatever terminology we want to put to it. Um, we really, I feel like for myself, like the biggest role um, is really just becoming safe and feeling safe within the body. And and so we're going to kind of work on that today.
Okay, great. Well, I feel safe because I am in my king size bed. And I'm hoping my children also remember that I'm filming the show and that all of a sudden they don't come tearing in. So that's another reason why I'm going to silence myself just in case we have that interruption.
Yeah.
But yeah, breath work, just real quick. So for anybody who's never tried breath work before, I have to say it's probably become my most favorite go-to modality for regrounding, centering, and really kind of noticing my triggers. Like this morning, we were having a situation with the technology and the things that we can't control. And so like I, instead of getting mad, feel like now I have the fortitude to just like take a breath, shelve it for a few minutes, and then just like do some breathing and then come back to it, with like a clear head. Because I've learned that when you're projecting all of that like anger, even onto the technology, it seems to just feed it right back to you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though like this has definitely helped me kind of realize when I don't have control over a situation, don't get mad about it. Just step back and just breathe a little bit because that tends to help in one way or another, right?
Yeah, when we start to bring in that awareness of our breath and our body and how we're feeling, with whatever situation is arising, that's really how we create like balance, or it's how we create alchemy. So, so that we're a little bit more kind of balanced out and not going too far in the direction we don't want to go, or going in the opposite direction, maybe even just like shutting down, or freezing up a little bit.
Right. Fight or flight. I have to say breath work has helped me a lot with that sensation.
Right.
Yep. So, yeah, so I am very grateful for this practice, Matt. And so yeah, I'm probably just going to let you take it away.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Mm. So I'll just have everyone just find a nice, comfortable spot. And before you get too comfortable, maybe see if you can grab like some paper and a pen. Just have like a little notebook. Do you have something close by, Sandy?
Yeah, I can just use my computer and type in my notes app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if everyone can, I'll give everyone a moment. Collect what you need. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Have your computer or paper and pen. We'll do a little bit of writing, maybe towards the end. And as you're just settling down, let's just settle into a nice, even, rhythmic pattern with our nose, breathing into the stomach, breathing in and out through the nose. And just kind of allow for the breath to drop you into this moment. And just be present with us here right now. And just let everything go. And as you're falling into this breath, raising your awareness to the breath, maybe take a moment and bring your attention to your heart and just try to soften the heart area a little bit. Just bring your attention to the heart. And just see if you can soften that area. Let it relax. Allow for it to expand. And allow for this to kind of drop you a little bit deeper into this present moment. Being here with us right now. And so when we think about, for me, like with body safety, feeling safe in the body, because the body is how we go home. It's home. And in all of our triggers, like you were just saying, everything's the body's going to have a reaction actually prior or before the mind has any type of thought or emotion. Obviously, it's a very quick, maybe just a half a second or a quarter of a second ahead of the mind and in the emotion that arises. So everything happens pretty quick. So that's why with the breath work, so much of the time I'm bringing you into the body and to start recognizing those energies. But when we think of life, right, I know for myself, trying to always find comfort in the external. So whether it be my drug of choice or if it's over exercising or watching TV, eating, all of this stuff is it's creating a comfort for us so that we feel comfortable. Maybe because it feeds the ego a little bit, makes us feel good. Sometimes it can also be helpful. Obviously getting out and doing some exercise or eating well is going to help us feel better, and it's a necessity in life as well. But it's when we're always turning to it to feel good instead of discovering how to maybe feel safe within the body, within our own body. And so what I'm going to invite you to do now is just staying with your breath is just kind of maybe tap your body, move it around, just become aware of your whole body and just tap the head, shoulders, and just kind of awaken your awareness to this physical body that we have, this little space suit that we have while we're here on Earth or in this dimension. And then just fall back into the breath for a moment. And so there is, when we think about safety, there are 4 stages to consider with safety. One being physical safety. How are you feeling in your space that you are in, the room that you're in? Sandy's in her bedroom, laying on her bed, most likely feeling pretty safe. But this also is true for when we're at work or moving to different areas or places that we journey to each day. And we may find ourselves in a room or a space where we're not feeling the energy, we're not feeling comfortable. So this is one thing to consider and feel into with the body is that the physical space that we are in. And then another one is obviously our emotional, where we're at emotionally. We might be really charged up, like Sandy said, if something's not going correct or someone flicks you off, where are you at emotionally? Are you allowing for it to charge you up, or are you finding that ability to maybe take a quick break and find that awareness and then tie that in with the body? It's when we find that balance um, that we don't become overwhelmed or upset or allow for the triggers to create that reaction. And so a lot of times when I talk about like just take a minute breath or breathe in 3 times, like that's taking that break, that creating that space, opening up that awareness, um, so that emotionally we can feel safe with our emotions. Because our emotions can really bring us to places of discomfort. And then relational safety, which is going to get tied into the energy in the people around you. And how are we feeling with that? Are we with someone that is bringing us discomfort? Is there maybe not as much trust? Do we have a healthy connection with the people in our space? Um, and even how do they feel with you as well? Something to consider, especially in our work environment. Um, it's not always just about us feeling comfortable with the other people, but um, if we're dealing and working with people for a living, um, or having some encounters that may be brief, um, it's also important to just to have that yin and yang, the opposite of how are you making the other people feel around you as well too. Are you creating that energy of that's coming from the heart, love? Um, are you? Am I giving off that vibration, that energy, that frequency? And then the last part is just like the spiritual safety, and this can be a tough one for people if you feel as though within us that we have help, we have guidance, coming from our intuition, coming from, if we're breathing into the crown chakra and having that faith of that, this is that eternal light. In energy that's coming into us from other dimensions to help guide us, help us feel maybe a little bit better. But these are 4 things of safety to consider, like how are you feeling. So to get started today, we're going to break down our breathing into 3 segments for right now. We're going to use a bliss breath, a halo breath, and then we're going to go into nothing. And so my invitation to you right now is to become reintroduced to your body and how your body's feeling. And so the way it's going to work is the bliss breath is basically just a quick paced nose breath that sounds and looks something like this. And it's really just kind of real super fast inhale and a pretty quick exhale. So that's the bliss breath. If you want to try this with me for one moment. We're going to do this bliss breath for 50 repetitions. Afterwards, we're going to drop into a halo breath for 1 minute. And the halo breath is going to be an inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. But with the exhale on the mouth, I would like you or invite you to create some type of sound. It doesn't have to be forceful. It doesn't have to be like loud or anything. It's just really creating like a vibration with the exhale and to send that vibration through the body, because vibration is also a part of dropping into the body. It's a part of healing, and it can help us with transforming any energies. So with the halo breath, it's basically, and you can, whatever feels correct vibrationally for you to exhale. So, and I'll just play around with different sounds, and we'll just do this like 5 or 6 times. So halo breath is basically just breathing in through the nose. And so my invitation is really just to feel what is correct for you with the exhale. It can change a little bit, like I just trying to create like 5 different vibrations or sounds, but whatever's feeling right for you. After we do this for 1 minute, we're just going to drop into the body. Just literally just let the breath go. Breathe any way that you need to. And we're just going to, I invite you to just drop in completely into the body as a whole and just feel it out. Just feel comfortable. Feel how the body feels in silence. We're going to stay here for about a minute as well, too. Maybe a little bit longer. We might push that out to 90 seconds. But just to really drop in and just feel the body, become aware, become reacquainted with your physical body, and the feelings that you are having inside of it. And you can focus on stuff that's feeling really good. You can focus on stuff that is maybe a little tense, or maybe there's some movement or tightness. And the goal here is to try to bring the body into balance. And so we'll do a little bit of another breath piece after this, to kind of help restore and bring us to balance. So let's try this out. So we're going to do 50 reps with the bliss, and then a minute with the I'm moving around a lot and hit my knees on this thing, and 1 minute with the halo breath. And so we're just going to start with a 3, 2, 1 like I normally do, and we're just going to really let out a nice exhale, and then we'll go from there. So 3, 2, 1. Really drawing that air into the nose, bringing it into the stomach, and really just with that exhale, just let out any vibration, anything that you're feeling, any emotions, anything that's coming up, just let it out through this vibration. Let it out how it feels for you, if it changes up, if it stays the same. And now just drop into the body. Just drop into the silence. Just breathe in any manner. Doesn't matter what you're doing here with the breath. We're just dropping into total sensation. What's feeling good? What's maybe not feeling so good? What's maybe activated, or maybe just something's feeling a little bit off. But just scan and move around the body as you just drop in. And you can return to full body sensations to find maybe what's feeling good or not. You don't even have to really do a scan here. Just drop into the body as a whole and just become aware. And just sit with the body, become acquainted with how you're feeling right now in this present moment. As I settle down with this, I like to return to the nose breath. A nice balanced breath, that's for myself, but whatever is working for you. In about 15 seconds, I'm going to do another countdown with the 3, and we're going to repeat this process in 10. In 3, 2, 1, let it out. And then 50 of the bliss breaths again. So let it go. And then return to the halo in through the nose with that vibrational sound on the exhale for 1 minute. Create that vibration within the body. Feel it move throughout the entire body. Let that vibration become healing. Just let everything out through that exhale and just drop it into the body now. And just let the breath recover and just feel it. Just feel this energy go back and drop into the sensations completely of the body. Become comfortable with this silence. Just become acquainted with your body and how it's feeling. Then just relax now. Let the breath go a little bit. And just continue and trying to find your way back into the nose breath. Breathing into the stomach. And as we're returning to this breath, I invite you right now just to find who is here now. Meaning, who are you right now within this body and within this energy that you're feeling? Who are you right now? And just feel that. Are you feeling safe in your body right now? Does it feel maybe like something that we can return to with our breath? And to find this feeling, this sensation, the energy of safety within our body. Does this feel like a place that you can come back to? If a trigger arises, can you trust this? Can you trust the safety within yourself without having to reach outside of this body to find comfort? Is the comfort there for you right now? Is this something that you can hold on to? Develop a relationship with your body and the feelings within inside it. And through the breath to bring us into this sensation of this feeling of being safe. We are okay. You don't need to reach out into the external world to feel better. It's all right here, right now. So whenever we find this breath, and then just for a moment, I invite you to kind of start to move a little bit, to wiggle your fingers, to move the head, shoulders, maybe do some circles, and just kind of awaken your body. And as you're shifting and moving a little bit, just think about the energy that you're creating with the body here again. And as you're exploring movement and waking up to the reality of your space, your surroundings, continue to bring this sensation, this feeling of being safe in your body back into the world around you. As you kind of slowly begin to open the eyes and just reacquaint yourself with the space you're in. And just continue to move and shake and kind of wake back up. Just give everyone a moment to move the head, breathe it out. Maybe a couple nice good exhales. And just fully bring yourself back into the space. And as you're kind of reacquainting yourself with the space right now, I just invite you to go ahead and grab your computer or your pen and paper. And so we're just going to free write for a moment. And I just invite you to really stay with your body right now as you make this transition. Stay with the body and the comfort that you are feeling, the safety that you are feeling within the body, to stay with this. Because the more I can tune into my sensations, my body, and feeling safe here, from this place is where I can discover intuition, the intuitive part of me that allows the creativity, the answers, maybe how I'm going to speak or what I'm going to say. Because this is the place here, this is it right now, this is where we want to come from. It's not the mind, it's not the emotional body or the emotions coming up from our thoughts. It's from when we can come from within the body and find this intuitive part of us to speak to us now as we write, or to speak to others. We're just seeking answers, or just doing our work and coming from this space as much as we can throughout our day. My invitation to you, I feel like I'm saying that wrong, right now is, what I would like you to write about for 3 minutes. So just write out whatever's coming to you. Don't try to think it. Just let your intuition come into play here as you stay with the sensations in the body. And what I invite you to write about right now is what is the kindest thing I can do for myself or for my body today? So as you begin to write, What is the kindest thing I can do for myself or for my body today? And just let it flow, whatever is coming out. Just write it down. It doesn't matter if it makes sense to you right now. It's just letting whatever intuitively is arising for you, just write it out, even if it's off topic. If something's coming up, just write it out. Let it out on the paper right now. And just write freely with no thoughts, just the awareness of the words coming up. Free of thought, free of emotion, whatever is coming up for you. And what can we do for our bodies? And I just invite you at this time just to put the pen down or to stop typing. Just finish out your last thought. And then I just invite you to return to a nice balanced nose breath. And as we're dropping into this breath right now with the nose, and the sensation and the feeling of being safe within our body, safe with our breath, just feel the freedom of it, feel the peace of this. We can live here every day. Bring your attention to your heart and just come from this heart space of love. Feel the freedom of being free from any restraints that hold you down. Feel the gift of creation. This is where we create, not only for ourselves, but others around us will be able to feel this energy of what we are choosing to create from this safe place within our body. Your energy is aligned with the body. It is healthy. It is strong. It is not falling ill. And when we're dropping into the body, a lot of what I also talk about with the nervous system is, this is all tied in together. And so safety, the change comes from how we choose to cope with our environment. And so if we're bringing awareness in, creating that gap, and we can drop in, settle the nervous system down, not be a part of that fear, the fight, or the flight, or to run. Let's just bring that nervous system down, calm it down, and come from a space of peace and love, being safe within our bodies and feeling confident with our feelings, and having that confidence that this is all I need today. I don't need to reach out for anything. It's all right here. The gift is all right here for you right now. So you can help regulate this throughout the day by bringing our attention to the breath, grounding yourself, that self-hug. One of the self-hugs I like to do is the right hand under the left armpit and the left hand on top of the shoulder, and then just squeeze. This can also bring us into a feeling of safety. Sometimes maybe just petting your pet or hugging your dog or a friend or your husband or wife or whatever, your child. And this will also help to bring in that feeling of being safe. We are okay to be in our bodies and to come from this space as we move forward with this day. So by taking the steps to help self-regulate yourself throughout the day, we can bring ourselves through the breath into this feeling of being safe and we are okay. And then trust and sink in so that we can allow for intuition to arise and to come from a place from the heart, so that we're really gifting not only ourselves as we move through this day, but we're gifting everyone we come into contact with. We have that power right now. We don't have to reach out for anything. And then I just invite you just to kind of, once again, just to kind of reawaken yourself to the space around you, to move lightly, to open your eyes, to really just kind of look around. And as you look around in the room right now, to see if maybe you notice stuff visually a little bit different. Maybe colors look a little softer. Maybe we're just so relaxed, we just see everything very clearly. And so I invite you, as you move on through the course of today and the remainder of this week, is can you find this safety and bring yourself to this more and more throughout each day, so that we can start feeling safe about what we're doing and that we're okay. And then to come from that place of intuition as well, from within the body, to help guide us with our problem solving or work that we may need to do, or how we communicate and speak to our loved ones and coworkers. And then just to fully just realign yourself with this moment, with this day, Say hello to yourself, tap yourself again, kind of reawaken the body, be kind to the body. Maybe get the forehead going a little bit, maybe up by the crown. Tapping around the sides of the eyes, under the eyes, your jawline, your throat. And then just let everything go. And I invite you just to carry this feeling of safety with you as you move throughout this day. And Sandy, I'll invite you back in if there's anything you want to say with closing out our session today.
Oh, well, yeah, thanks, Matt. I got like a wicked like hot flash, like I became like really, really warm during that breath today. Which was interesting. Like when you asked about, or you said you might be feeling activated, it was like right around when you said that, I was like noticing my body temperature really changing. This
Yeah.
time is kind of a different sensation. And this time I really, with that faster breath, I really got the tingles very quickly in my fingers and then even like in my lips and my jawline. So I'm the type of person, like I'm a very sensual person. So I really enjoy those types of feelings. So and then, yeah, I love the idea of just the practice of writing about how you can be kind to yourself. I think that that's a great journal prompt for
Yeah.
sure. And so, yeah, one thing, because I wasn't feeling very well yesterday, one thing I think I'm going to try to do today is like a walking meditation out in the woods, get bundled up. I feel like that would be a really nice thing to do for myself and my children, just to get outside and maybe even get the gimbal out and try to shoot a little bit of a video out there in the woods today and kind of show, this really tranquil scene that we have right in our backyard that I probably am not taking advantage of enough. So I'm going to get out there later. So thanks for the inspiration.
Beautiful. You're up in the Maine woods, so absolutely get out there and enjoy the nature. So, yeah. And then just a reminder, we had the integrative recovery practice on Friday night. What's going on this Friday, Sandy?
This Friday is going to be led by Jessica. And Jessica usually ties in some sort of art therapy
Yeah.
into our meeting after a brief meditation, usually like a 20-minute meditation she starts us off with. And then we create something, whether it's a collage, a vision board, a painting. So it's usually kind of a surprise. But yeah, it's usually getting creative, getting your hands dirty and as a community.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, I love when she does it. I love the last painting I made, which, yeah, I like it. Like I kind of hung it up so I can kind of look at it. It makes sense to me. So I'm not going to judge my artistic skills. I'm just gonna. It is what it is, and I like it. So it is fun to come here and have that little meditation. And she does a great job. So I'll be looking forward to that this Friday. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So everybody go to PCSAM.org, and that's where you can find our calendar of events. And then, of course, don't forget to RSVP and sign up for our newsletter. And we thank everybody who is a member and for your support, because that allows us the budget to create this content for you and our other programming that is live at 63 Washington Street. So this Saturday, we also have DJ Bobby Bangers taking to the altar. Always a good time. And then back by popular demand, I believe on March 11th, we're going to do the slow and flow yoga actually after Soul Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. because, we figure once everybody's kind of loose from Soul Saturday, we can come together for the yoga class instead of trying to do it in the middle, which kind of became a little hectic. So yeah, we're going to compartmentalize that a little bit this time. So we'll have all that up on the site, hopefully in the next few days. So check back soon.
Sounds good. Well, have a beautiful time up in Maine, and we'll see you when we see you.
All right. See you soon, Matt. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye.